We really cannot do this alone. We want to collaborate with as many people and people who are dedicated to their farms to be able to activate it. We are in the enabling and activating business, but we have to apply principle and methodologies to be able to effectively use the technology that we have today. Again, there's so many types of technologies, and we want to collaborate with as many people as we need to. You know why? Because again, my purpose in life. But now it's time to share to everyone else. Now, this is the simplified version. And I want to slowly introduce you to our company. And this is a philosophy that we really stand by on a daily basis. We say, fill the earth and make it productive. Right? We want to dignify agriculture as a noble and worthy profession. We want to see young Filipinos go back to their land and choose the agricultural path as a way to prosperity. I really believe that if we're able to organize this in the next decade and our children's children will be able to feel the real prosperity that we are saying. Now, in other countries, we also see that, to be honest, the farmers in other countries are the ones in really nice cars, are the ones running the economy. But at the same time, what do we do today to be able to reach that? Okay? Let's get that picture in our mind. I'd like to introduce to you to our organization. And some of them are here. This is our organization. And the question was, what have you been doing all this time? From 2015 up to today, what have you been doing? We have been building an organization. Why? Because hindi namin kaya mag-isa. We really cannot do this alone. We want to collaborate with as many people and people who are dedicated to their farms to be able to activate it. We are in the enabling and activating business. But we have to apply principle and methodologies to be able to effectively use the technology that we have today. Again, there's so many types of technologies, and we want to collaborate with as many people as we need to. You know why? Because again, if you plant that one seed, ang multiplication niyan, mas madami po talaga if we're able to program it properly. So we have a core team. Core team is administrative. We have our tech developers. Our tech developers are based in Mindanao. Why Mindanao? I told my friend who has a technology company there, sabi niya, Jai, nag-relocate ako dito. Sabi ko, bro, and gusto niya na i-start yung company niya. Sabi ko, no. Leave your company there. Thrive there. Thrive where you're planted. Sabi ko sa kanya, I'll be your consistent client. So we've been working together and now we have a continuous relationship and it's been a good 2 years. So the idea, people now start to align with you only because they want to contribute their skill sets. Right? Now, we have a legal department. Ang sabi ko din sa legal partner ko, sabi ko, attorney, I cannot afford you. But this is what we want to happen. Sabi niya, Jai, sino nagtawag sa'yo dito sa opisina ko? Ako ba yun? Ikaw po. Then, I'll help you set up your company. So my first partner was actually a legal attorney. Sabi ko, because agriculture is very legal. If you do it on a proper basis, marami pang technicalities. But again, we're ready to go. Right? Now, here's the question. I'd like to transition now into what we can do together. How do we bridge this gap? If I may ask you. How do we bridge this gap? Where the urban areas will always say, on demand, kailangan ko ngayon, kailangan ko ngayon. Tama ba? Sino may-ari ng restaurant po dito? Restaurant or logistics? Sino po may-ari ng logistics companies dito? Sino may-ari ng mga farms? Di ba pag farms, sasabihin nila, Jai, kailangan ko ngayon. Kailangan ko ngayon. But the urban setting doesn't really understand that dito kailangan natin irespeto yung season, natural climate, all of these other things. No? But how do we now bridge two different behaviors? So that was the biggest burden that we had, that why we wanted to make this happen. Is there a market? Yes, there's a market. You have to understand, the first thing that people do when they get to save money is put up a food business. Tama po ba? The first thing that people think, gagawa ko ng polvoron, gagawa ako ng leche flan. Tama ba? What's the ingredient dito lahat? Agricultural product. Laging may shortage or inconsistent supply. Tama po ba? What do we do? How do we address this? So question is, what have we been doing to be able to achieve this? So the team, para maintindihan po namin, since hindi pa namin masyado na-gets talaga, we started to do behavioral design. To be honest, everything that is in your phone is based on behavior. Tama po ba? It's a thinking process. So, since the idea was how do we merge technology and agriculture, which is polar worlds, tama po ba? Magkaiba po talaga yan. How do we merge it together? What we did, we started to understand how people behave in the rural areas. Tama po ba? So, we were talking to what happens to them when they wake up, what do they look for, what are their frustrations, what are all of these things happening. Now, next, we started to talk to people who actually move products for them. What are their frustrations? Who takes care of what? Who takes care of the pricing? Who takes care of the logistics? Who takes care of quality control? We started to talk to businesses who own hotels and restaurants and franchisee owners. The other day, I'd like to share to you, I was talking to a few people from the Franchise Association. And sabi nila, the biggest problem of people who want to put up franchises is really consistency of supply. Right? So, the biggest challenge here is who supplies these things? Ang nangyayari po ngayon sa industry is, ano magandang itanim? Biglang lahat magtatanim nito. Tama ba ba? Ano magandang itanim? Dito tayo lahat. Then all of a sudden, pag nag-harvest lahat, tabla. Isn't this frustrating? Inutang mo na nga yung input mo, tabla pa dito. Minsan lugi pa. Ang sad. Not really, it's very frustrating. But again, we realized that sa dami problema, we simplified it to 3 things. We simplified it to these problems. So everything that we do in our company is towards these 3 problems. And these 3 problems are mismatch between planting programs and market needs. Why planting programs? You have to understand, ang tanim po at saka lupa at saka farming, kailangan po talaga siya ng proper planning and planting. Hindi naman pwede puro kamatis lang lagi kasi after 2 or 3 cycles, ang peste niya, grabe na. So there's cycle. But at the same time, there's a continuous market need for something all year round. So we're trying to develop items that are never out of stock. Why? If we're able to solve that, do you think franchisees and all of these buyers will start to stick with you? Yes. You know why? Consistent game. So sila, they can also consistently plan their growth. You have to understand, we as human beings are always looking for growth. And that's the reason why we're all here. Kami din, we're all here because we wanna grow with you guys. At the same time, you're here, you wanna grow with your community. And I really believe that those developers in the community are here in this room. You have to take the lead. Next is we start to understand wastage due to poor handling. Okay, may talim ka nga, hindi naman pumasa sa market requirement. Di ba? So, nga. Di ba? Sabi mo ni Mary Stock nga. Di ba? It's very frustrating. And you also start to understand, sometimes I was talking to mga people from procurement, even from the mga sa Bisaya, ano yung banggitan, mga malalaking business people sa hotels and mga procurement. Minsan, pikit mata na sila sa quality. Why? No choice. Hotel, di ba? QA pa. Yes, hindi ka nagyapon at sayuta, magyapon, di ba? But what I'm saying is, the wastage is very, very high. You have to understand, 20 to 30% of production value is going out because of wastage, poor handling. So that's another science that we need to put together. Welcome to the agriculture industry, people. This is the reality. Okay? I've shared to you the reality para hindi masayang yung resource ninyo. You know what you're getting yourself into. Lastly, the inconvenient order taking and payment. Ikaw na nga nagtanim, pinahintay ka pa ng 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. How do we solve that? Diba? We are at the mercy of buyers, which I still respect the buyers because sila rin naman, they're doing their job. Kasi pag nasira yung chat ng kliyente nila, pupunta ba sila sa hindi, sila matatamaan. So it's a chicken and egg issue. Tama mo ba? It's a chicken and egg issue. Now, we've simplified it again. We are in the business again of simplifying things. We really believe that if we do not simplify our life and the challenges and how we approach things, we will not be able to solve the agricultural challenges. I really want to stop talking already and get to work because there's so much work. Okay? Really. There's so many people. Habang may naiinlove, may manganganak. Habang may nanganganak, may makakain. And yung kakain 5 times a day pa. Tama ba? Food is essential. We have to strengthen this arm. We've simplified it to 2 questions. For the producer, simple lang. Morning nasa mo, this is what we have. Who wants it? Tama ba? And then for the we call them business consumers. This is what we need. Where can I get it? Okay? So ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to our pilot program. We're still in the very early stages, just to set expectation. Okay? Baka mamaya isipin nyo everything in the tech. Just to let you know, to develop one thought process takes a very, very long time. And I think we're very, very aware that the coding and technology takes a lot of effort as well. So we were very, very tedious and diligent in what we have done. So I'd like to introduce you to Uma. Kinsay kasabot kung sa'yo Uma. Ano po yung Uma sa inyo?
Farm.
Sa inyo po. Tagisan po kayo, ma'am? Cebu. Oh, di ba? So we started to realize that we needed to develop a digital product that we can communicate to the rural areas. Because the rural areas are the ones that we are reaching out to. Kaninang umaga, I saw yung mga nag-comment sa Facebook dun sa Negosyo Facebook. Bakit lagi sa NCR na lang yung mga, di ba? So mugasto ta, we spend on airline tickets and all of that, right? So I don't want to waste your time while you are here, let's maximize it. But because of the power of technology, we can be in assistance to you. Pagkatapos yung buong development namin, hopefully on real time. Right? So, we're able to update people of what's happening. Pero of course, that takes a lot of effort and investment. But we're starting. Okay, we're starting. So, we already have this live as an alpha version. We are still approaching things on B2B, business to business. Kasi na-realize namin, if we launch this on a commercial scale, di makaya. Di makaya. The foundation is too fragile pa. We're still in our baby stages. But I'd like to show you how it works now later. Then of course, we will be launching our app. But the app is a tool. We developed 2 types of apps. One is for the grower, and one is for the business consumer. And we're very, very excited because the growers will be able to have a fighting chance to get their produce sold, maybe even just locally, right? So we're democratizing food access. Now, again, we say your local farm access, so we have our booth here if you'd like to really engage with us. So we are starting to move with people and businesses who want consistency of supply. Why? Because farmers are now aligning with our organization to say, Jai, for example, may bagong FMR load sa isang barangay. Jai, ano pwede namin tanim? Jai, hindi kami makapag-compete sa rice. Kasi masyadong mababa yung rice because of the rice tariffication. That's another topic. I was sent to the tariff office to be able to justify. I realized that sinabi nila na yung binaba ng tariff sa rice, pinasa sa ibang commodity. That's why nagmahal ngayon yung mga everything. Sili. But that's the sad truth. But imagine if we're abundant with our produce locally pa lang. So exciting, guys. I'm so excited. Okay? So, moving forward, the app will have these features. System will be able to merge and make transactions. We're building our command center to be able to help support people in the rural areas. Anong pwede gawin? But in reality, it's just a tool again. Ang labanan talaga dito is in the planning stages and how to execute and putting all finance together. Having 2020, broadcast your farm, secure your buyers before harvesting. So we really say sold before harvest. Sold before harvest, why? Ang gusto talaga namin is we're able to empower a producer. Say, okay, meron akong coming na harvest by this time. Let's say, ano na ngayon, Feb 22. May lalabas akong harvest first week of March. Okay? So I'll put it in the system. So mga buyers, reserve na. So, kasi I realized the best refrigerator is the soil.